Hello traders, this is Rich from tradesight. This is a look at our market leading stocks via our proprietary scans for the coming session. This is going to be for Monday, September 23rd, 2013. We've got a day that's definitely tilted to the downside today. We're starting to see a little bit of it in the scans here. We definitely have a little bit of a bias to the downside in the scans. We've got some downside VWAP deviations. Got one in Broadcom and also one in First Solar. This is where we're starting to really see some selling come in late in the day, pushing it below the day's VWAP. Close to a couple of open-close deviations. Sina is 3% below the day's open, starting to really roll over there. We do have a couple of volume bumps to be aware of. There will be more by the time we get to the close because of everything that's going on today with the reconstitution of the Dow, the quadruple riching, and the S&P rebalance. Look at the financials. Don't really have too many signals here. We're definitely seeing this volume bump for the rebalance and the expiration. Don't have any real signals here outside of Visa, which has right now an upside CPS, but keep in mind that that will be a Dow stock on Monday. As far as the energy names, this is where we're seeing some pretty good weakness. We've got mostly downside CPS signals, and some of these are on fairly decent volume, so definitely keep an eye on this sector. Early next week, we're also seeing oil pretty much go out on the low of the week. As far as the generals go, generals are lining up more or less like the financial group. The generals have mostly downside CPS conditions. Caterpillar's real weak, almost 3% below the day is open. Dow Chemicals real weak. Also seeing some pretty good weakness in Verizon. Look at the housing names. The housing names are weak again today. I have a volume bump here in NVR. We've got a couple of CPS signals in play. As far as the transportation names go, those are more muted here. CSX is fairly weak, 1.5% below the day's open. That'll be a fairly decent downside candle on that chart. And the commodities are actually following through to the downside. A lot of the precious metal names have really given up everything that they tacked on Wednesday after the Fed announcement. So definitely seeing some pretty good downside there. Silver, wheat, and SLW is 4.5% below the day's open with a downside CPS. So that whole move is unraveling. Newmont Mining 4.5% below the day's open. That's usually one of the lower beta ones. So that's definitely a very big move there. Well, all right, guys. Clean week next week. Won't be as much in play as was this week as far as news goes, but hopefully we'll get back to some cleaner trading without having all these obstacles with the rebalance and the reconstitution. So see you again next week. This has been Rich for tradesight.